Hello and welcome to our State of Affairs portion of the program, where we're very pleased to be joined by Miss Sonja+Prinz and Ben+Njogu. Now, Sonja+Prinz is from the new Global Generation, and the gentleman to my left is the Tembo+e.V. We will find out in a few minutes what those mean. Sonja, please tell us about your new undertaking.
Well, Global+New+Generation deals with art and culture. We educate children and youth to be responsible in this our world, to take a responsible place, and through works be respected as well.
And what about you, Ben? What are the activities your organization is undertaking?
Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to say that I'm grateful for your invitation, and I'm very grateful to be in your studios this evening. Tembo+e.V is an organization that was founded last year. So we're actually celebrating our first anniversary this month. And our main mission is to encourage the spirit of solidarity between Kenyans and Germans, and also to promote the Kenyan culture through social and cultural academic activities, and also popularizing the Kenyan community in Germany actually, and also across the borders in Europe generally to say. But we are actually based currently in Berlin only. We have not started moving to other parts of Germany. And also we are providing a quality consultancy for newcomers, the people who are actually migrating to Europe to enable actually them integrate properly. And we are doing that through offering of language courses. We also provide try to teach the people about the basic laws in Germany, and also how they can integrate education-wise through the academic activities. Thank you.
What are the interests when you talk about bringing a closer relationship between Kenya and Germany? What are the interests that lie with Kenyans and with Germany that would necessarily interest the people in coming closer together? Why would they come closer together?
Thank you very much for the reason why we would like us to come together. Actually, we have already migrated. We have thousands of people who are moving from Africa and other parts of the world that are coming to Europe, and we have also people moving from Europe, moving to other parts of the world. So immigration is something that is going on through the world in day in, day out. And we have to focus on previously people used to look at the disadvantages of the problems that immigrants are bringing to the countries. But there are also some advantages and some things that are positive towards the immigrants, and what the immigrants are actually bringing to Europe, say for example in Germany. And one of them, we have brought a diversity in terms of race and ethnicity. As well, the level at which previously, let me say my first point, is the level at which race and ethnicity has been viewed in Germany has moved to another new level. And also in terms of linguistic history, in terms also of the language that the immigrants are speaking, or the languages that were not spoken in Germany before are actually being spoken right now. Say, for example, English and French. The kids that are growing right now are better off compared to the kids that were before. And also in terms of religion diversity, religious-wise, I would say that previously, Germany itself as a country has a rich history of religious, in terms of that previously in history, during the colonization times, during the era of colonization, they actually brought religion to Africa. But on the other hand, now it's actually say for example, us, the Africans, we're actually bringing back again the religion back to Europe. Take, for example, when you go to around the churches here, there are so many churches in Berlin, and most of these German churches are empty. You will find it funny, but they are mushrooming everyday African churches around, and they are all full to capacity. That's another something different that was not viewed before.
Globalization is happening here and between Germany and Kenya and all around the world. How does the undertaking that you're engaged with, Sonja, how does that fit into what he's discussing? How does what you're doing establish better understanding and cooperation between Europe, Germany, and other parts of the world?
Well, when we don't know, we have a lot of misunderstandings. So that is the reason why we are trying to show the people very clearly what is this other culture about, what languages are they speaking, what kind of rituals they are doing, what kinds of songs their children are learning. So we teach them, our children, and especially as well the children that are merged already. So not only that we teach the children, we record it, so they will never forget what they have been learning. During every year they learn about 3 or 4, sometimes 5 or 6 languages to say hello and goodbye, the basics. So while recording and moving on stage, it becomes a very exciting experience for the children. So they don't forget it. Whenever they listen to this CD again, they will remember, that is for sure. So to take it to a next level now, it's not only that we want to give the children the chance to see more culture, we want as well our society give a chance to deal with those different cultures in a positive way. So that's why we're moving on stage. And that's why then the parents and the grandparents of the children start to talk about those Christmas presents the children are giving. They start to talk with their teachers in the schools where we're putting them on stage. So I think in this way we are giving our positive part to it.
With what both of you are doing, how is this information or these constructive activities, how is information about these activities conveyed to other countries? And also within Germany itself, how do people find out about what it is you're doing and what your aspirations are? Ben, we can start with you.
Okay, thank you. Like for my organization, the Tembo+E.V, first of all, we have created a website which is open for everybody, and we are trying as much as possible to put as much information as we can there, and everybody is free to come and access our website and see all the information that regarding to what we are doing. And secondly, we are collaborating with organizations like Sonja's organization, which is doing some musical stuff and all that. So our information, what we need to say, we're putting it in music or something like that, which is again played and sung and heard all over. When the children are taught on that, when there's something I want to say, there's something I want to, my message that I want to put across, I come and share my idea with, for example, with Sonja. And Sonja now try to fix it a musical way. And when she teaches the children down there, the children will go to school, they will talk about it, and the other children will hear it. So the information is actually moving fast, I believe.
And how does your organization convey your information both here in Germany and Europe and in other parts of the world? How do you share your vision and your activities with more and more people?
So well, we are on the internet as well, sure. We are on the websites, we are on Facebook, we go through all the social networks. As well, we pass in places like yours. So we hope to reach a lot of people as well. We will do the same things in Kenya as well. Our musicals are written in a way that you can understand them as well when you speak. For example, this year it is more based on English language, as is, the topic is Kenya. So even when you don't speak German, you will understand the story. So it's a very interesting exchange as well for the children in Kenya, as we have the Global+New+Generation Association in Kenya as well. And the children in Kenya now are charged to find out about the German culture. So we have to learn as Germans our own culture again. to see in which ways our history and our cultures are like this. The children find out through time that we are not so very much different than we are maybe taught by some not so positive people.
Well, quite often you find that the children are quite open to others and new ideas. How are you going to make this work with the adults, which quite often might be the impediment to progress? How do you deal with the grown folks, Ben?
Okay, the good thing about the whole of this issue and working up with the children that we are bringing up right now, let's say for example the children that are right now in Europe, or to be precise in Germany, it's actually a totally new generation. In that the intermarriages has brought a generation that refuses to be identified with a monoculture or a monorace. Therefore they become, it's a multi-race generation. And being a multi-race generation, that means there's, the issue of race is actually left out in the new generation. And because it has been, the issue of race has actually been a very big challenge to progress in the past. But the kids, the small children that we are bringing up right now, are in a very, very good position to portray this in and to put the message across also to the adults in a way that it's more of a thing that you would love to hear as before, when we had that barrier of race and all that. Right now it moves on to something that we are now trying to implement it now with the older people and the older generation. Although it's really tough to change the older generation, but let us focus our minds on the future generation, which is more important. We're already cutting away for the future generation. And I do believe that our main focus will be onto this generation. Let's put all our eyes into the new generation that's coming up. For the older generation, I would say that it's sorry that it has to pass on like that, but we'll try where we can. We are actually trying where we can, but it's really difficult to do that.
So then the issue is not so much the color of one's skin, but what the person, he or she or they, can contribute to wherever they're living. Yeah,
the reason why I'm coming up with the issue of color is because it has actually been a hindrance. We've always had what we call the second-class generation, the second-class citizenship, whereby in an area, let's say for example in Berlin, there are some people who are classified as first-class citizens, and we have the second-class citizen, and also the third-class citizens. And in case there are any resources, let's say for example there are any, the government policies are being implemented into the community, it has been the first-class citizens are actually the first citizens that get the benefit of the policies and the benefit of the government help that is coming. These classes, these first class and second class citizens, are actually, the truth is that they're being divided by color. Believe me, you. And that's why I bring to this point of race. It comes again. And I do believe that if we scrap that off, then it will be very easy to move on. Yeah.
Sonja, tell me, what are your plans for the future? What's next for your organization?
Well, I want to let the children move and see the world.
Okay.
So that they are aware of all this. It's so easy to have ideas in their head, and it's so easy to go out, these people, they are like this, these people are like that. But if you come to the country, you see a very different type of people, because one is in a country and one is somewhere else. This person behaves differently because the circumstances are differently. So I want the children to be able to move and see. I would love to make our children from Berlin go to Nairobi and see the reality of Africa. I would love to make our children from Nairobi come to Berlin and see the truth of Europe. That is my next plan.
Well, Ben and Sonja, thank you very much for joining us here on the Collegium.